How is it going, Bears fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beared Down Uncut, where we talk everything Bears every day of the week. Bilal Nichols is officially at nose tackle. Today we are here to break down the news to you guys, also talking everything Bears training camp. Welcome back to the show, guys. Episode 64 of Uncut. We're back for good now. It seems like everything's starting to finally kick into gear. Just under a month until the season starts. I would like to say before I introduce myself and my co-host, if you are new to the channel and want Bears content every day of the week, do us a favor and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications whenever we post. And if you are new to the channel or are returning, it would also mean a lot to us if you liked the video. So, you guys did hear it right. Bilal Nichols is back. Or not back, Bilal Nichols is now playing at nose tackle in the place of Eddie Goldman. We're going to be discussing that all today for you guys. I am your host, Chris Malpe. Today I'm joined by my co-hosts, Parth and Jaylen McClinton. It's been 8 days since we recorded, guys. How does it feel to be back?
It's awesome. I'm excited to get the gears going again. You know, training camp is in full swing. Trubisky, Foles, competition's going on at the moment. And here we are recording more Bears videos. I feel like this is a time where we step up our game and record a video a day as the NFL season gets back.
Yeah, same here. You know, NBA playoffs. Every day we get closer to the NFL season starting, and seeing all these videos from the Bears and other teams playing football, it gets me very excited, and I can't wait.
Absolutely. Definitely a bit rusty here today, but that being said, sports are back into gear. There's still some hope for the Blackhawks, who won Game 4 last night. Cubs are on a 3-game losing streak, but they started off really hot. The White Sox are playing well, and obviously we are here today to discuss the Bears, which are back. So, Bilal Nichols, let's discuss him. He's moving to nose tackle. 27 combined tackles for him in 2019 and 0 sacks. Obviously, he's entering his third season out of Delaware. Had a very good rookie year when he was at end with 3 sacks and 28 tackles. Also, 7 quarterback hits and 5 tackles for a loss. There's not much to discuss here. I mean, obviously, you know, we've talked about Nichols a lot in the past. We all like him a lot. So I want to ask you first, Parth, how do you feel about him moving to nose tackle? Do you think he'll be able to fill Eddie's role? You know, obviously we know how good this front seven, this D-line, this top 5 defense is looking. Do you think there's going to be any drop-off, or do you trust Nichols and think he'll be able to take advantage of the opportunity here?
I think there might be a slight drop-off. Eddie Goldman was one of the best nose tackles in the NFL. But I do trust Bilal Nichols to step up and get better as he plays more snaps at nose tackle. It's a pretty difficult position to play. He's got to be that big run stopper that we need him to become. But I think he can come in. It might take him a couple games to get used to playing nose tackle. But he did play a couple snaps at nose tackle last year, so I believe he's ready for the challenge. He said he said he can do it. He's trained hard for this. And he also said it feels regular to me. Ball is ball. So, I mean, it is football at the end of the day. You just got to play hard, work hard, and do your job.
Absolutely. I don't think there's going to be much of a drop-off here, if I'm being honest. You know, media was allowed at Bears training camp today out at Hallis Hall in Lake Forest for the first time today. And Adam Johns said that Nichols and Akeem Hicks gave the offensive line plenty of problems early on during some run game work. You know, that being said, the Bears may not have the best offensive line, but for Bilal Nichols, moving over and being able to still wreak havoc is something that stands out to me. I think he's going to be able to be fine at this position. I still wouldn't mind if the Bears sign someone like a Marcel Darius or Damone Harrison, and we'll discuss that a little bit later on. But that being said, I do think Bilal Nichols will be sufficient here at the nose tackle position, and I'm excited to see what he brings, because I think he's a player who has been looking for an opportunity to break out for a while. I think he's going to get his opportunity here, and I think he's definitely going to be able to take advantage of it. So, Jaylen, what do you think? Bilal Nichols finally moving over to nose tackle. It's an announcement we were looking for a while. Obviously, the Bears didn't bring in anyone else yet. So, what are your thoughts on this move, and how do you think he'll play there?
I kind of agree with Parth said. You know, Bilal Nichols is a great player. He had a good rookie season last year. Wasn't as best as his rookie season due to him breaking his hand last season, which caused him a lot of problems. So, I don't think he's going to come in right away and do what Eddie did for us the last 6 years. Like both of you guys said, Eddie's one of the best run stuffers and one of the best nose tackles in the league when he's playing. Very underrated as well. He doesn't get as much media attention as he should. But with Akeem Hicks, right next to him, attracting double teams, and we still have Khalil Mack and Robert Quinn, and the other players like that gaining attention. I feel like he's not going to have that much of a problem, but he's just not going to do it as well as Eddie does. But I'm excited for Bilal to get another chance on being on this defensive line.
Definitely the replacement that we were looking for, and that a lot of us expected with Bilal Nichols. I'm excited. You look at Ryan Pace's 2018 offseason, he drafted Roquan Smith, James Daniels, Anthony Miller, and Bilal Nichols, and all of those players are looking to make big impacts here heading into 2020. There's obviously, some other news from training camp today. Robert Quinn and Sherrick McManus sat out. Robert Quinn for personal reasons, and Sherrick McManus with a little bit of an injury he's dealing with. One more move I want to ask you guys about before we move on is something that's a very interesting one, and it's something I know we're all going to be very excited to speak about here, and that is that Cordarrelle Patterson has been meeting primarily with the running backs. So you look at Cordarrelle Patterson, someone who the Bears didn't use enough last year on the offensive side of the ball. Obviously, he was an All-Pro and a Pro Bowler when it came to special teams. But earlier this week, NFL Network's Mike Garofalo reported that Patterson had primarily been meeting with running backs during training camp, not so much the wide receiver position. And reporters today at Bears camp confirmed that he was working out with the running backs. He's looking to be a steady balance there between Tariq Cohen and David Montgomery just to switch things up a bit. So, Parth, I want to go to you first. What are your thoughts on Patterson at running back? And do you think he'll be used more in this offense here in 2020?
He needs to be used more, regardless of what happens. I think he's way too great of a player to not use more. Last year, the Bears didn't use him as much, which was disappointing. But him at running back, I'm here for it. I think he played running back with the Patriots a couple years back, where he had like a 5.2 yards per carry average. And he doesn't need to be out there every down. He's more of a gadget player. You can use him in third down situations. He's big. He's fast. He's exactly what we need as a gadget player. I'd also like to see him used as a wide receiver a little bit more in like screening plays and stuff. But him at running back will be interesting to see, especially if guys like Ryan Null can't step it up.
Jaylen, what do you think? A little bit of a surprise move. I mean, I know a lot of us, we know what Cordarrelle's able to do when he's at the running back position, but a lot of Bears fans and reporters this offseason were saying, hey, maybe you can throw him in at tight end or use him more at wide receiver, but we see him fall with the running backs here in Chicago. Obviously, we saw a couple of years ago with the New England Patriots how well Josh McDaniels and that crew was able to use him. So what do you think about this move, Cordarrelle, the running back, and do you think he'll be used a lot more in this offense in 2020?
Definitely. He showed what he can do last year. He's a very versatile player. Mainly last year, we just used him on special teams, and he showed last season in a couple plays we did give him on offense. He's more than a special teams player. I think one of the main running plays we gave him was against Denver, and he took it like 50-some yards, and that right there was a big game changer in that close game for us. So I'm very excited. Him, Tariq, and David. Hopefully this will be better than Run DMC last year with Mike Davis. Hopefully he gets more opportunities, and this if we have blocking from the O-line, this run game could be very dangerous. A lot of versatile players between those three. Yeah,
you mean Cordarrelle Patterson, someone who's been incredibly productive throughout his time in the NFL. Just taking a look at his rushing stats throughout his time in the league. You look at his 2018 year with the Patriots, 228 rushing yards. The Bears need to use him better. He only had 103 yards last year in total. The Bears need to use him more. The Bears only gave him the ball rushing. It looks like 17 times in 2019. He got it 52 times in New England. In 2018, also rushed for a touchdown. And Parth mentioned that 5.4 yards per carry, something that's also very important. So should be another very exciting move. We'll see how that one plays out. Thank you guys so much for tuning into episode number 64 of Uncut. You guys heard us talk about a couple Bears players, some familiar faces, switching positions, that being Bilal Nichols to nose tackle and Cordarrelle Patterson to running back. If you want more content from us, we're going to get our site up and going again as the season rolls on. Beareddown.com. You can find a ton of extra content from us on there. You can also find the podcast on Instagram and Twitter at Beared Down. If you want to follow us on those platforms, we always post asking for video ideas, sharing sneak peeks and stuff like that. It's a very good follow. And if you want more good follows on Instagram, you can find the links to our Bears fan pages down in the description. Parth, Jaylen McClinton, it feels really good to be back, and I'm sure, we had some time where we were able to take breaks, and it was nice, with how much we grinded this offseason to get to where we were, but I'm pretty sure that grinding is over. There's going to be a lot of stuff to record videos on today. I already know we have a video idea for tomorrow. I'm not going to spoil it, but how does it feel to be back, and how excited are you guys for the season to get going?
I'm super excited. The Bears are going to have a really good year. There's a lot of haters and doubters on Instagram right now, but I think I'm ready for the Bears to prove everyone wrong. It's going to be a 10-win season. I'm calling it right now. But yeah, we're back on the full swing. I think we're 4 Sundays away. So,
yep.
I mean, now
3 Sundays away now since it's a Monday.
Away,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3.5 weeks. So it's going to be super fun. The NFL is definitely back. Hopefully it all works out. And yeah, that's about it.
Oh, yeah, same here. I'm so happy football season's back. Hopefully everybody on the Bears is staying healthy and everybody in the NFL is staying healthy from, what's going on in the world right now. And let's get ready for some football. I'm excited.
Let's do it. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. It's been a pleasure to be your host. Once again, my name is Chris Malpe. Bears fans, do us a favor. Continue to stay safe. At this point, I'm pretty sure we all know that there's not going to be fans in NFL stadiums. But that being said, we still want football to be played, so continue to wear your mask. And as always, bear down. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.